Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn in our water beavers colony. And originally, before this episode, I had updated to the newest. At the time, it was 337. I think 338 has come out. But they've eliminated some buildings that I needed. And I'm waiting for those to get put back in before I go back. So we're back on 334 here, if anybody has any questions on which version we're on. But we've got some dynamite here to take out right away. There we go. I think I missed one right there too. And we've got a little bit more over here as well. So let's take those out. Those can all go. There we go. And hopefully that helps eliminate some of this in here. This one right here, I think, is going to be the key block that we need to get rid of a lot of this, though. So we'll come back and check on that when they get that in there. We do have a lot of the sequoias grown up, so I've got storage full and our feller full. However, we are going to go ahead and get some more storage. So let's put those in there. We'll make those slightly more important so they can get to them. And hopefully, just hopefully, we can get another one of these in here and store at least another set of logs temporarily. Something else I've been wanting to do, and I think it's been mentioned in the comments a couple of times, is get some more power wheels on this side of these dams so that we have a little bit more water. And I'm going to start with a couple down here. I want to try, let's take a quick look. We'll grab power there. And if I do one maybe here, and then I can switch another one around to here, and hopefully connect them into this, and those should run no matter which tide is going. Of course, other than the drought, we should be good to go there. So I'm going to have to find a way down into that area. Let's take out one of these trees. Let's do that, and then we'll plan over here just a little bit. Let's say this comes right across here. And then I'm going to want stairs, because it looked like I'm going to have to take out some of this area in here. We're going to want stairs here so we can build stuff in. So that's going to take a minute. We'll come back to that too. Over here, our one dynamite is in, but we haven't got the second one in, so we can't quite put this other aquifer in. So we'll let them work on that. What are they missing here? It looks like some nitro. Well, that will take them a while to get going. However, up here, I want to start working on taking some of this corner down, because I'd like to turn this corner into basically our metal production type area. So let's see if we can just start with getting up to the top here, and we'll try taking things down layer by layer. Let's yep, we're gonna have to come all the way across here. We'll toss in some dynamite here. I'm just going to do single layer at a time, and we will work our way down from there. Over in this corner, we have our last dynamite there, so we can remove that. And we've got our bridge all the way through here. Can't really use much in this corner. Not a big deal. I don't think we need to take this land out. In fact, we might use that as storage eventually. But we might get ourselves another trader here. Let's see, what do we have so far? We have the island, the folktails, the jungle beavers, and the polar beavers. So let's make, first of all, let's make one of these. We'll get one of those in there. And which set of beavers do we want to trade with next? Did I have the folktails? Yes, folktails, island, jungle, polar. So we need iron teeth, the amp ears, or the other white paws. So let's see. Well, let's, I'm not sure anything here. Well, that has some decent food. That has the solar panels, which would be a nice start to those. Let's check the power real quick. And we will see. I need 12 of those, but everything else I already have. So you know what? We might start working on that. And we do have extra of the fried rice. So everything else on there, it's not bad. We could eventually switch it over to the sunflower oil as well. So let's go ahead and trade with the amp ears. And we will put you this way. Yep. And let them build that as well. We've made a complete ring around the map, and now we're back to detonate some of these dynamite out. There we go. We're clear here. We can move our ladder all the way down here, because eventually we're going to want to take this out. The real trick on these might be building upwards, but we might take the power around the front for those, so we'll figure that out. Now I can go ahead and take these out. There we go. Get some more dynamite. Remove all of this area here. And they still have stuff here that they can do. We'll also put in some blocks here to fill that in, which is definitely going to take a while with how long terrain blocks take. But that's okay. We should get dirt for it eventually. Continuing our trip around, they've got our quadruple dynamite in here. So let's take that out. And looks like the lake is draining really quickly all of a sudden, which is good. That's what we want to see. And is it going down at all? Well, it is hard to tell. Oh, yep. Never mind. As soon as I say that, you can now definitely tell that that is a lot less than it was. So we've reclaimed a lot of room in here. I don't think we can actually use much of this, but at least it's not a giant cesspool of bad water. We'll figure out how to best deal with this in time, though. And they've got the dynamite up over here, so we can get rid of this. There we go. We'll put one extra here. Throw you in there. And we'll say logs for you too. There we go. So once that's good, we'll start this back up and they can cut down some of these. Our waterfall project over here is started, so we're going to need to take out a little bit more around here as well. And we'll have to take that one out, I think, eventually. But I'm going to cut all of this out just so we know we can fit some of this stuff in. We are going to need one platform here. Let's get a regular platform. And then we're going to want to build our way down here somehow and get some dynamite in here and across here. Let's actually use a ladder for that. It might be slightly easier to get through there. Let's do... actually, I could use stairs. Let's just go stairs. Stairs there. And then we'll do the ladder here. Because we need to put dynamite in here. And then we're going to need twos, because we're just going to go straight to the place here. And then over here, I'm going to need a 2 platform. Yep, 2 tall. There we go. I'm going to put you there. I'm not sure they can get to this. If they can't, we'll figure out some other way. We might have to move the stairs over one. In fact, that's just what I'm going to do, because it's just going to be quicker and easier to take care of that way. So let's go ahead, put this dynamite in here. And then we need stairs again. There we go. There's that. There's that. And there we go. There's another section that they'll have to set up before we can work too much more on it. Well, there's one more dynamite here, so let's go ahead, take that out, and get the last one in. And we'll put that in there, and that ought to fit in this. Then we can start seeing if we can take down some of those other pumps finally and get more water saved there so the rice grows a little bit longer. Up here, well, it looks like they've got the first layer on, so our builder beavers are doing pretty well. Let's go ahead and take all this out. And we're going to go ahead and remove this back. Yep, there we go. Let's put the dynamite in. And I've heard that should be exactly as far as they can reach, but yeah, it looks like that's the case. So we'll go ahead and put that in there, and we'll keep working on this mountain too. Our landing pad is in, so let's get that in there. There we go, that's connected. I don't know if they have a balloon, but I'm going to go ahead and select for the solar panels, because we're going to need at least a couple of those to help out in various areas until we can get our power grid completely set up and ready to go. There, so we'll just wait for the balloon. Do we have a balloon? I don't see that we have a balloon. Do I have a place making balloons? I kind of doubt it. So, since we don't have a lot of lotus to pluck, I'm just going to switch you over to balloons. I don't think any of these other ones are set up for balloons. Nope, sure not. So we'll get them to make a balloon, and then we can go from there. They can just put that up for the, I believe it was for the amp ears. Since we're doing a lot of work with dirt in this area, I might just go ahead and set up a small storage for it over here. Let's grab a pile. We'll just grab a medium pile. And you can sit right there for now. And we'll make sure that you are for dirt. And we are going to say obtain, but we're not going to worry about setting you up for the haulers. The haulers can just bring it here whenever they can. Also got a little bit of dynamite. Blow that up real quick. There we go. That looks nice. And now we can actually put in another automated item. So let's grab sunflowers. We'll put this one in. Now we have to figure out how to get there, but I have a feeling we're just going to do it the same way as over here. So that's going to have to go in. Let's get this power going through here. Then we need you. Come all along here. You can go here. Grab these. There we go. And one road to connect them all together. There we go. And that should be a pretty nice hydroponic farm for us. I took a look at how our agronomy bachelor is doing. We have some sawdust, but I know we're making that, but I noticed we need mushroom juice, which we are not making. So we're going to come over here and we're going to repurpose this place right here for mushroom juice, which probably tastes about as good as it sounds, but it's needed for that bachelor's, and it's going to be needed for some of the other things that we need to work on. So we're just going to let that guy stay on mushroom juice for a bit. Also, it looks like they got rid of those so they can plant some more pumpkins. So we're good there. That fixes everything up in this area for the moment. So I've been noticing that not a lot of stuff is getting built all of a sudden, and I think it's because I forgot to set these to a lower priority. And I would definitely recommend, unless you absolutely need this dirt terrain blocks filled in, to set those to lower priority. The 1,000 dirt that it takes forever for any set of beavers to grab and bring over. So if you start to notice in a water beavers colony that you've got some slowed down building, I would definitely look at that and see if you've got a terrain block that's being worked on that just takes forever to put up. Now, hopefully with this at lower, once they get done with the things that they were already doing, they will work on some more of this stuff. In fact, since I have a bad tide coming in, I am going to say, let's get all of this stuff in just as soon as possible, and maybe we can get at least some more of this worked on during the bad tide, because I don't want the beavers actually being in there during the bad tide if we can prevent it. Well, something they did get done was this one dynamite here. So let's take that out and we will copy this over. We should have a road here. There we go. And we'll leave that for now. The pumps are going to, or at least half of the pumps are going to turn off automatically as soon as this bad tide starts. But if we can get this in here and get them taking water out of it, then maybe we can shut off some of the other pumps over there permanently. That definitely sped things up. We've got our dynamite in over here, so we can go ahead and take those out. There we go. And I actually might need another one right there to connect this in. So let's toss that in here. I don't know if that will get done in time, but this is all done in time, so we can detonate these out. There we go. Let's take these out of here. There we go. They can get to what they can get to there. Now for the power, let's see. We'll do that there. And then actually, do I want you here? Yeah, that's, I will probably need one of those, but that's not quite where I wanted it. So that's all right. We will redo that. That should bring us in at least a little bit more power. I don't think it'll be as powerful as some of these, but you never know. So let's go ahead, build across. There we go. And then here, we're going to need power. Grab that. You can go here, all the way through here. And then we'll turn and go down once they've got everything in there. Now the question is, how do I get all of that in there? Let's put a platform above. Can we do that? This. We move you over to right here. And that should allow most of that to be built. Nope. I will need 2 of those. There we go. They should be able to build most of this on their own now. Then we'll come back and fill in with more power lines. Well, they've got this done up here, so let's go ahead and take that out of there. And we got to remove these 2 as well, so we'll just do that real quick. There we go. And then we'll plan for this layer to come off. However, it looks like we need these to come out of there as well, so let's go ahead, toss that in, grab these. There we go. And we'll even put some in right here. There we go. We'll get this top leveled out eventually, but we're going to keep moving it down too. We're still a bit low on beavers, even with some of our pumps paused. So I think now is a good time to go in. And we were originally going to put in just a couple more of these, what are these? Grist mills? So I think now is a good time to do that. That'll give us at least 6 more beavers, I think, which is not a lot, but that should be enough to help out. Plus, we're a bit low on the flour and the sawdust anyway, so we'll set one of these to sawdust, we'll set one of these to flour, and hopefully that helps us keep the flour in stock so we can keep the beer in stock and keep the sawdust in stock so that we can keep the mushrooms going. Up here in what will become our metal center, a lot of the dynamite is already in, so let's go ahead, replace these. I'm going to take this out. We should be able to detonate quite a few of these, and now our beavers can just come and put them up from this one down here. If they have trouble getting to any of them, I will just make a path for them. We can take those out. We can take those out. So it's slowly flattening. They need, looks like, some logs still. So we're a little short on that. We've been building a lot, so that's kind of expected. In fact, our aquifers should be done within the next day or so. They just have to have somebody. In fact, we'll tell them that's very important so they get it done. Over here, it looks like they've got the 2 dynamite in, so let's get that taken care of. And then we can plan a little bit more on the power side here. Let's see. We need, oh, there's power. We need a turn. It's going to go that way. And then we'll need them to build all of this in here before we can do too much more. Look there. We've got our sunflower seed in. So that should provide quite a bit more there. And doesn't really take too much water. I set it here to prioritize, so we've always got somebody coming up and picking up anything that it's made on the day, and really it just needs 1 log to run, which is really good. Took quite a bit to get there, but that's okay. It's worth the time invested. Let's take a look and see if we can get any more advanced buildings in without needing much else. Looks like we could actually do the green peas as well. Do we have we have science enough for it? Well, you know what? We might as well. Never hurts to have a little bit extra, especially with the food potential that brings in. So we'll do that. We'll do the same thing here. Let's run this underneath. There we go. You can come through here. You can go to here. Same thing. 1 and 2. And there we go. So we'll get that in there. I'm going to set this for a bit lower so that they don't spend all of their time getting water for this. Although our water is still going up and it is the middle of a bad tide. In fact, has this water all disappeared? Not quite. It's close though, so they're still pulling in some water from there. Maybe when we get that 3rd one in, they won't need it anymore. We've got 2 of our bachelors in agronomy done, so I'm going to pause this for now. We'll get more of those eventually, but we'll take the beavers and send them out to do something else at the moment. So we need a little science though back, just so we can get a couple of the things that we still need to use those bachelors. Right now over here, they're still working on some of this. It's just definitely taking a minute. Over here, it looks like we could actually use another place to store logs. And I don't know if all of these are going to stay, but if we can cut them down, it saves us the growth time later. So let's go ahead and say that's pretty important. And then if we end up not needing all this storage later, we'll just do something else with it. One of the wheels is in down here, and it's doing about 156. That's not bad. I mean, it's power that I don't really have to worry too much about. So the other one might be a little bit faster. And let's see. Yeah, we'll just leave that the way it is. They can continue building through here. They've got a little bit to go in there. Over here in the corner, they have more of this dynamite in, so we're going to continue leveling this whole area out. There we go. Detonate that. Get that out of there. Are you guys... should be in range, so we'll leave them alone, have them get that taken care of. Now here, I really only want to take the very back level down to where this is, because we're probably going to move these back and free up some more room in front here. I want to switch this off of cells. Once I get the mod updated, I will put it back on cells, but without it updated, it seems that every time it brings in a second cell, it crashes. But that might be fixed on a newer version. I'm just waiting for the version that I can use to come out. So we'll just hang back on that for a bit and switch them over to sunflower oil, which I don't need quite as much of, but maybe it'll save me some sunflower seeds in the end. They've got a little bit more of this done over here, so I can go ahead and take out that. We'll take this out of here and set up for the dynamite here. They've got that stuff in. Let's detonate that out of there. We'll get rid of that. It's like they're putting in one more here. But while they're doing that, let's go ahead, do something like this. And another thing that I think I want to do, we're going to take and make another small warehouse. We're just going to set you back here for a second. There we go. We can fill you up with dynamite so they don't have to walk as far. We'll just say obtain. And let's blow that up there because they've got a good sized mountain here to blow up. And it's definitely going to take a bit. So let's do that. Now let's go ahead. Actually, I can just grab one of these. Come right across here. Come right across here. Once they get that in there, we'll replace the dynamite and we won't blow this up until we've already taken that one out. This little area here, I do want to put in an agora here, but we don't have the science for that and the science for the other more important building that I want to put in here yet. So we'll go ahead and get the area terraformed at least a little bit to how we're going to like it. Let's toss in dynamite here, couple here. We'll put some in here and here and here. We'll get one set of steps so they can get up here. Once they get these two top ones in, even if we explode this bottom one, they should still be able to put those in. So we'll let them go for that for now. Noticed with the new large pumps in, we don't really seem to need these. So I'm going to go through and pause all of these. And we're going to hope to leave them paused through the next wet season. And see if we can just deal without them. Because if we can, then we have a whole bunch of extra beavers to use. In fact, we have 24 that don't have homes now. So we might as well add in at least one more layer to the tower. Not an episode if you don't get at least one layer, right? Let's go ahead and let's just do the path on top. There we go. And now we'll do more of these. You know what? We could use a couple of builders. So let's switch this to a builder for now. We want this. We want this. There we go. We want the one with the door, of course. And we're going to put them facing this way. And this way. We'll make another sky path here. I'm not sure what we'll use in the middle on this one. But it's a little too close to put another one of these in yet. So we'll let them build that and maybe they'll have a place to sleep. I forgot I was going to connect these back in, so I'm actually going to take this out. These poor beavers are going to have to go around. We'll say that this is really important. Wow, there are beavers just going everywhere. Nobody has any clue of where to go. Oh, that disconnects my whole tower of squeeze. Well, you'd think they'd come back and around here. Is that not connected in any way over here? This goes through here. Did I forget to put a path there. Maybe that's why they're having so much trouble delivering those seeds over here, huh? That's definitely possible. But we'll let them work on getting this ladder in there. Have they got our dynamite up here yet? Nope. So we'll come back to that in a minute. They've got some of our dynamite in over here, so let's go ahead and take out a couple of these, or at least what they got. There we go. Well, maybe. Got to hit the detonate button, Eld. That always helps. We'll take this out of there. Let's go ahead, put in 2 more here. But we should have enough room to at least start on what I wanted to put in. Let's grab the food, and I wanted to put in these GMO growing labs because that should help us with the berries, which we seem to have the most trouble with. It should also help us a little bit with the mushrooms And getting rid of this huge mushroom area down here, we might be able to shrink it down some. So let's go ahead and unlock this. We're going to put one here, and I want to put one directly on top of it as well. And then we're just going to ladder up the side. Here we go. Ladders, ladders, and more ladders. And this one, you do have to connect the door in on both of these. There we go. This one, you know what? We're going to say both of these are going to be for berries. And when those get in, we can actually turn back on our giant firefly. We've had this glowing fluid for ages, but we just haven't been using it. They are going to need some other things, some dirt, and let's see, what else did they need? They need, looks like dirt. The glowing fluid, we'll put something in for that. We will probably eventually put something in for sawdust. I don't know if we're going to need the lotus at any point, but we'll go ahead, blow those up. And we don't have the second. Each one of these takes its own bachelor's in agronomy, so we're going to have to make some more of those eventually. But let's go ahead and get the storage in. Warehouses. Do we want to No, we don't want a warehouse. We want a pile. Medium pile. We're just going to put you down here. We're going to say you're for dirt, and you're going to obtain. And the only other thing that we might need to bring over, let's go ahead and grab one of these. We'll put that one for glowing fluid as well. There we go. And then anything else? For berries, sawdust. So we're going to need some sawdust over here. Grab one more of those. We'll switch it around. We'll put in a road here. Yep, that road's necessary. And we'll say that you are for sawdust. And you're going to obtain that as well. Oh, and obtain here. So we'll let them build that up. But let's go check just a couple more things. Well, they've got some of this in here, and it's producing a little bit of power, but it will keep working through bad tides, which is really the whole point. We're going to go ahead, connect in this one here, say that's important, and we'll just build that out. Over here on the edge, looks like we've got all of our dynamite in here. So let's slow it down. We'll blow these up. There we go. So the mountain's starting to lower down now. It's looking a bit more flat on top. Let's go ahead and get rid of this line here. Yep. And dynamite all the way through here. We will simply take this out of here. Put the road around the front. There we go. They'll be able to lay all that in there. Let's get these so they don't have to walk quite as far. And we'll take a look back on that. They're coming back with some more there. And they've got already some dirt over here. So we're looking pretty good to go all around. Kind of a storage and stability episode. But every once in a while, you just got to get things built. But that's going to do it for today. So, as always, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!